Yo, video 4 here. I'm popping off another one, and this is going to be good. We're going to talk about self-honesty today. This is probably not one you thought was going to come up, but it's coming up right now because self-honesty, I think, is important. If you start to become more honest with yourself, okay, and you do it in a way that's ethical to yourself, so you don't say things like, I don't know, there's a way you can say things that they're not true to yourself because you'll be making them up, right? Say, oh, I'm just a loser. I'm just terrible. Well, don't say stuff like that. You're not. You're not a loser. You're not terrible. But we have a tendency, right? There's a tendency to, when asked to be honest, to give less than stellar answers about yourself, right? You want to say, well, what would these people think? Oh, okay. Well, what would they say if I? And so you just give a lower answer. Well, don't do that. Give a higher answer. Right? Give a good answer. Give something you're proud of. Take pride in yourself. I've been doing this thing, and you guys are going to hate it probably. Some of you might think it's interesting. I've been playing with the 7 deadly sins because I thought about it, and I said, you know what? What's the most human thing you can do? Well, it's to be prideful. Not prideful in the sense we have this really messed up view, I think, of what these things represent. Right? It's not about doing this in like an egotistical way where you're taking advantage of other people. But there is a way that you can do it in a wholesome way, right? You can have pride in what you do, right? Like a woodcutter. You cut something that you find beautiful, right? You make a house. Why would you not want to have pride in that house, right? You take pride in your work. You feel good about what you do, right? These are things that you can do. And in self-honesty, one of the things that I'm playing with right now is the idea that I could do this. I could do this. On every level, I could do this. Not necessarily this. I mean, I can make the videos. This is what I'm doing. But it's more about whatever this is, right? If I need to get something done or I need to go somewhere, I can do this. Yeah, I can do this. This could happen. This is doable. This is personable. This works. And just start doing it. There's no one stopping you, right? There's no one stopping you from making anything happen but yourself most of the time. And most of the time, that person who's doing that is not always super helpful, right? You may be the kind of person who tends to be more negative. Maybe you tend to be more positive. I don't know. Right? I don't know how it is for you. But if you're like me and you can be pessimistic because you're looking for, holes in the system, and you say, well, that one doesn't work. Let's try this one over here. That doesn't. That tends to lead towards more scientific, pessimistic thinking, if you will. But there can be advantages to that, right? Sometimes you look at things and you say, I'm going to try this in a new way. I've never thought about that before. I want to try this in a new way because you saw something that you thought might not work, right? You didn't like it. That's good. That's good, right? But it's also good sometimes to look for the positives, right? You look for the higher aspects of what it is that you're doing and say, yeah, I like that one, right? Yeah, I like that one. This is all part of self-honesty because the more you are honest with yourself about what you're capable of right now, right? And maybe you are capable of as much as you think you are, but you're in a place right now where you're not doing that. Right? You're like, well, I don't know. Like, I'm not sure. This may not work. I don't know. I don't know if I can go out on a limb yet, and that's okay, right? If you can't go out on a limb yet, that's all right. I would say do it. I would say jump. I would say go. I would say take the risk. But you may not be ready for that. You may not be in a place where you can do that, right? And that's all right. Roll with it. Roll with it until you're ready, because at some point, right, you're watching these videos, you're going to be ready. This is the whole point I'm about making you ready, right? Getting ready for war. Not war as in like fighting anybody, so you're not going to do anything like that, I don't think. And that's Pitbull. Hey, Mia, Rosemary, lay down. Come here. And there's somebody who comes in next door, big tall dude, just barks at him. You ever notice dogs? They're like an alarm system. They always have a nose for what's going on, even beyond maybe what we notice. We don't always notice like what's happening, and they're like, "Oh, hey, look, this thing's going on. Come join me." So self-honesty. We could maybe get back to that. I'm gonna talk a little bit about you, actually. She's over here to say hi. Boy, no, not on the video. I think she's gonna hang out up here. Oh boy. Lay down. There you go. So what is it about yourself that you like? That's a good start, right? If you're going to be honest with yourself. I had a conversation with people fairly recently, and the idea was for everyone to kind of be positive, right? We were all saying, well, what is something that maybe is good? What's something that we maybe like? What's something that's pretty cool, right? What can help you? What could help you? That's a good place to start, right? If you can find out one thing about yourself that can help you, one thing about yourself that's useful to you, and you just plug that, right? Maybe you're a talker. Maybe you're loud, right? Maybe you have a good sense of people. All right. If you have a good sense of people, if you're talkative, if you're loud, if you're quiet, whatever, right? Take that and say, this is a skill now. I'm making this a skill now. People think that being negative, right? I'm unsocial or social anxiety or whatever that is, right? Or pessimistic and all that stuff. You think that stuff it just happens to you. That's not. It doesn't just happen to you. These are skills. These are skills that you build, right? You build them from something. You practice them in person. You practice them in the mirror. You practice telling yourself these things. This is a skill. Once you start to think of everything as a skill, you can break it down and say, oh, okay, well, what was the process for building that? And then you say, oh, this is what it looks like. And then you say, oh, well, I want to build a different thing. And you just start building a different thing. There's no wait time. There's no buffering. Like, you just start building a different thing, right? This is all part of self-honesty. This is important for you to notice the aspects of yourself that maybe you don't like and that you would like to change. Because the more you think about what you would like to change, right, the more you get that vision for what you would prefer to be doing, how you would prefer to be looking, how you would prefer to be acting, the faster you get to that, right? The faster you get to that, the more access you have to what it is that you actually want. That's what I'm about here. I want to help you get what it is you actually want, be it personally, right? Self-honesty, money, life stuff, whatever that looks like for you. The whole point of these videos is to get you to a place where you can make that happen for yourself. So stay tuned. We're going to keep doing this. We're going to keep showing up. I'm going to keep showing up. We're going to keep doing them. Oh, there's the camera. I might look at that more. I like looking at myself, though. I look nice. Anyway, we're going to put out more videos like this, and hopefully you get to enjoy them. Hopefully you get some use out of them, right? I took off the headphones so they look a little bit better. I think my last day here is over the next couple days. I'll be heading out to Florida soon. I don't know what's going to happen with that. I put that in the last couple of videos because I'm not really sure what my content creation is going to look like at that point. But what I do know is that if you stay tuned, right, if you listen in for more videos, there will be more, because this is going to be a regular thing, right? It doesn't take that long to put together something like this. I just get on the camera and I talk. But a lot of times useful stuff can come out, right? Useful things can come out of what I'm saying. And maybe you take one of these tools and you say, oh, this is pretty good. Like, this is pretty helpful. I think I might actually use this for myself. And you do, and something works, right? And you come back and you make a comment or not, right? I would love it if you did, right? If you come back and you make a good comment that you enjoy. Say, this was great, this was useful, this tip you gave, this specific tip, like, changed my life here, it was awesome. Like, that would be awesome. That'd be great for me. But if not, right, if you just still go use it, I'm happy. I'm a happy camper, because what I want for you is to see how successful you are for yourself, right? I want you to feel good about yourself. So however that works, get on it.